I hate when it does that.
What?
It just goes like...
Okay.
like, the past couple
I've
times...
never heard that.
The past couple times I, like, hit star card, I'll be like...
Okay.
Yeah. Please start.
Yeah. All right. What's up, everybody? You're listening to another episode of the Netchicks. One day delayed. Nope. One day delayed yet again, but whatever.
I mean, we've had...
As long as two come out a week, I don't really care if they come out on
Yeah. I
Wednesday or
mean,
Thursday, personally.
I'm not gonna lie. It's been a weird, busy week for me.
I
So,
mean,
like...
it's been a weird, busy couple of months for both of
Oh,
us.
yes, for both of us. No, but...
So I don't
I have,
care.
I have to tell you this. So I'm getting... I can't say my kitchen redone. I'm getting like a quarter of it redone.
Well,
Something's
like
going...
your sink.
Okay, here's the thing. So we have like a big counter, like, with stools and stuff, whatever. Just like kind of like on the outside of the kitchen, but it's like still part of the kitchen. So in between that, there's like this little wall that like divides it, and my mom hates it. So she was like, let's get rid of it.
Oh, what, you're just opening it up?
Yes, we're opening it up. But the
Okay.
thing is...
No, we did that with mine like years and years ago, but it used to be like a kitchen and the dining room, and now it's like opened up.
Yeah, like it's kind of like it's just like halfway opened up, and now my mom just really wants to knock that out. But now it's coming to this issue
I'm
because...
trying to like picture your kitchen.
Yes, the one piece of the wall kind of blocks the sink, so it's like a
Okay.
back wall for that.
Yeah.
Now we're getting rid of that, but now it has one of the pipes for the upstairs bathroom. So we had to like fix our plumbing because now we had to completely like take out that pipe and then
Right.
move it to the basement. But the way the pipe they wanted it to work out was in all of Mikey's collection of the Legos. Like, if anyone has seen any of me like um Skyping on these videos with like Legos in the background in the orange room, that's the corner. I'm trying to explain it. So we had to like move these Legos. It's been like a mess. I had no water at all yesterday because they cut out my bathroom water, and then now the light is like out from my bathroom, and we had like this
I mean, a very simple, like, let's open up the kitchen has turned into a 3-floor event,
yes.
which is not surprising at all for anyone who knows the Duffy.
Yeah, no, so like and my mom's in Miami for a work
Of
trip.
course she is.
Of course she was. So we went out for the first 2 nights because we can't use the kitchen.
Right.
Like, and just mind you, like, we could use the kitchen, but they blocked off like the whole kitchen.
I love that you're like, so we went out. Just order pizza.
No, we couldn't because then we'd have to like do dishes and like put everything away, and we already have
Paper
like
plates. Very
leftovers.
simple.
Well, we have a full. We
The
have a full.
Duffys are a little bougier than the
Yeah.
Carnies, I guess. If
We
this
have the
happens in
first
our
night.
family, we very easily would be like, we're ordering pizza and eating it on paper plates in the living room. Like,
Yeah.
that would just be what we do, and we would make a whole day of it. We'd have like cans of soda. We'd probably have like a picnic in our living room. It'd be great. We'd watch a movie.
No.
You guys are like, oh, perfect, no kitchen. We'll go out to French cuisine every night. Love it.
Here's the thing, we have no room in our refrigerator, so we had to go
For
out.
pizza?
No.
What are you doing? Why are you putting pizza in your fridge?
And leftovers? Like, we have a lot of leftovers.
Oh,
we
we
have
never
like
have leftovers. Just
oh,
order a pie of pizza.
I guess we could do that, but we already had pizza the other day, so I would have pizza 2 days in a row.
Oh, I was gonna say
Also,
we eat pizza once a week. I don't
yeah,
know what the
mind
problem
you,
is.
I also like had pizza for lunch with Valentina because she invited me over because she was sick. I had to babysit her.
Here's where you and I are fundamentally different. Having pizza, I think you could have pizza up to 5 meals in a row.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's. I think that's.
No, it is definitely the case. Up to 5. And I think there are people that would argue you could go up to probably 7, but I'll go up to 5 and then maybe throw in like
that
something
makes me
else.
want to throw up. I think I wouldn't be able to take it.
That's insane. I just don't understand that.
No, like, I can't.
Just a slice of pizza. Who cares?
Yeah, but
It's not like a whole meal. You're not eating like 18 slices total. You're having, what's that, 5 slices of pizza? I know people who eat that in one sitting of pizza.
Yeah.
Who cares? The whole concept of like, I can't eat this because I just ate it does not apply to me at all. I think I could probably eat Chinese food 3 days in a row.
I mean, yeah, I could do that, but like I just need to like eat something in between that.
No, I mean, I could like, I think pretty much any food you name, I could be like, yeah, I could have that up to 5 meals in a row.
I don't know. I like need some variety, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, but
Change your drink. Who
yeah.
cares? That's,
But
I could do
yeah.
pretty much any meal. I think you would be hard pressed to find a food that I couldn't say I'll do that for 5 meals in a row. Like take out breakfast, lunch, dinner, lunch, or like dinner, lunch,
Oh,
dinner.
okay.
Like I take out breakfast. Um, I could do anything for like 5 lunches and dinners in a row.
Wow. Okay.
Just
That's weird flex, but okay.
I'm just saying. So like to me, the whole concept of like, oh, I had it for lunch and also 2 nights in a row. Yeah, no, especially with pizza, for sure. I could do that.
Yeah. We we actually ended up going to a pizza place, but we all didn't get pizza. We got like pasta. I got like actually like chicken barossa because we like I don't know. My family's just weird like that. We weren't like up for pizza. We just wanted pasta, so we went there.
Okay.
And then we went to we did actually go to Uptown Grill for all you can eat steak night. So I guess it really is just every time my mom like goes away, we just use it as an
The
excuse.
Zeph user's bougier than I am.
Yeah. But my mom was so upset coming home. She's like, "What do you mean it's not done yet?" Because they told us it was done Wednesday. They're like, they're like, "We have all these other problems." She's
Dude,
like,
you have to add at least a week to any
"Yes,
day anyone gives you. That's just a fact of life.
exactly." No, but it was just it's so funny. So yeah, we had this whole situation. Molly and I were gonna record yesterday, but I didn't get back. Then Molly fell asleep, and then I was like having like a whole ass panic attack. I was like, I'm gonna have like no time to shower. I'm gonna have to edit this podcast. And then you fell asleep on me. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah,
So
well,
like,
that's what I did. So
yeah, I said, fucking, I'm
no,
just
I
gonna go to
fully at one point was like I was upstairs with my family. We are just talking about whatever. We were talking about like law schools and shit. Like we were talking about like random things and we were just like the five of us are just sitting around. Shout out Jack for not being home.
bed.
Um and at one point I was just like, honestly, if Olivia doesn't answer me in 15 minutes and says she's going to be home, I'm just going to go to bed. I just don't care. Like, who cares? And
Yeah.
but then you texted me while I was out tonight, and I was like, "Ooh, this might be bad," because I was out prom dress shopping with my sister, who fully on like Monday she asked me what I was doing on Wednesday. I was like, I don't
Oh
know,
yeah.
watching Riverdale probably. Who
Yeah.
cares? I definitely watched it on Thursday. She's like, okay, well, we went prom dress shopping, and now we want to go back. This is, mind you, so between the two of us, we've had four of like our proms. This is like the fourth of our prom. Gracie went to her boyfriend's prom. Like not
Yeah.
counting other people's proms. This is like our final prom. This is the only time we've ever had to go back, like do a second round of shopping. Every other time
Really?
we've gotten a dress on the first go out. Yeah, I got my junior prom dress online. Um, my senior prom dress, we went shopping and I didn't find anything. And then we went into a Macy's for um my sister needed like a confirmation dress or some shit. I don't or like an awards dress or something. And I found my dress at Macy's. And then my sister last year, we just found it right away.
Wow.
Also for Sweet 16 dresses, I think I know I only went for my Sweet 16 dress once. I think she might have only gone once also. So this was the only time we've ever done a second round. And it was just because she was like, I want to know what you think. So, and we got her dress
Interesting.
today. So, four proms and 5 shopping sessions. Pretty good
That's
record for the Carney girls.
yeah.
The way back,
That's
my mom was like, I pray that it is this easy to buy your wedding dresses as it is. And all of our dresses have been very nice. Like, even though like I
yeah.
got it online, I got like a beautiful dress online. I also got 2 dresses that time, and I wore one to my cousin's wedding. And I got two because one of them was on clearance for $30. And I was just like, but I couldn't return it. So I was between the two. So I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to do. My mom was like, well, what's the total? I was like, 120. She's like, no, I mean like the total of the two of them together. I'm like, yeah, no, 120. She's like, get them both. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
But we've
that's
always had just really good luck with dresses and we've always looked good.
yeah. I had good luck with my aqua prom dress. I like found that on sale at Lauren Taylor a week before the prom.
Yeah.
And I like there we go. And then
When
I
it's
found
somebody
my
else's prom, a little bit, you're kind of like, whatever.
yeah,
Like
you're
there's just
whatever.
less pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My dress, it took we went to two stores because I originally got one dress, but I was like, okay, whatever. And then I went to like a small boutique actually in like Merrick, I want to say. My mom was like, let's just go here. Like someone recommended it to me. And then like I fell in love with my dress. But overall, like I've had
Yeah.
good luck too. But I loved prom dress shopping, even though we're
Yeah.
not like, you
Oh,
know,
totally.
prom
My
people
cousins
anymore.
just had their junior prom last week, and I couldn't go to pictures because I was at work.
Ugh,
But I was just like, oh,
we're
they look so
hosting.
beautiful. Of course you're
We're
hosting.
hosting Mikey's. Um, fun fact.
If anyone thought anyone but Mikey was hosting, they were crazy.
Yeah, because he has too many friends in like different groups. Fun
Yeah.
fact. So Michael, um, he's probably gonna hear me say this, but Mikey already asked his friend to prom,
Yeah.
and I know that I'm the only person he told in the family, which is odd. Every time my dad asks him, he flat out says no.
Olivia, doesn't like your family listen to this?
Just Matt. Matt knows.
Okay.
Like everyone in our family knows Mikey has a
Okay,
date.
cool.
It's
Yeah,
just
no, I'm just like, what are you doing? You're like outing his date. What's going on, Liv?
um,
All right, let's get into some
yeah,
of
we have to because now we're just like rambling on. But
about our lives. Yeah.
yeah, but it was a weird week, especially because like movie wise, a lot was just trailers because you only saw
Yeah. Well, let's
5 Feet
just
Apart.
get right into what I did because
Yeah,
speaking of teenage shit,
yeah,
I saw 5 Feet Apart this week.
yeah. If everyone wants to know, Molly texted me, and she was like, "This movie's so long." I was in bed, like lights out. Wanted to go to sleep already. I was like, "Why is she out at this hour on Monday night?" That's literally
Yeah.
what I was thinking. And then you're like, "This movie's so long," and I looked it up. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes.
It was too long. It was far too
That's too
long.
long. That
So,
was
Five
way
Feet
too long.
Apart, here's the thing. It
Yeah.
was good for its demo. I think obviously I'm out of that age group of like high school. I'm not in high school anymore. Fun fact.
Yeah.
But it really reminded me of like when I was a sophomore in high school, my friend gave me her copy of A Fault in Our Stars, and I read it
Mhm.
in a day, and I sobbed reading that book. And then we
I
all got
hated it.
obsessed with John Green in high school, right? Everyone read Paper Towns and Looking for Alaska and all that shit.
Mhm.
And then the movie of The Fault in Our Stars came out. And I didn't even think I was a little bit old for it when it came out, but I was like, oh my God, I loved the
Yeah.
book. I have to do it. Um, Looking back at those books and the fault, like the movies, it's so clear that John Green is a man. You know,
Yes.
reading the book, you're
So
like, it
clear.
is so clear that John Green is a man. You see that stuff on Twitter all the time about John Green. Like, she had purple hair and she was skinny, but she thought she was fat. And she's 12, but she smoked cigarettes. She's damaged. She's beautiful and she didn't know. Like, it's all that shit. And at the time, the majority of us were like, oh my God, he totally gets into the mind of the teenage girl and blah, blah, blah. And that was just because we were immature high schoolers, right?
Yeah.
This kind of felt like a less brooding A Fault in Our Stars, just a little bit less brooding.
That's
But I did text you after it and I said, I looked it up to see who wrote the book or the movie, whatever it was. I was shocked to find out that a woman wrote it. I just was sure that a man wrote this movie.
of course.
There was a little bit too much going on, is really what it comes down to for me. So the whole concept, I think most people know, is um, Will and Stella, who are the two main characters,
Yeah.
have cystic fibrosis. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
See, I know it's CF, cystic fibrosis. That's not like a bone disease.
No,
That's
that's
the
for
lung thing.
yeah,
Okay.
cystic
Well, that's the
fibrosis.
disease if it is in fact that. It's like you have a lung thing. But the whole thing, and I know this from Grey's Anatomy, is that with that disease, you're only contagious to each other because you have weak lungs and you can catch the bacteria and stuff like that. So it's like the only people that you're not supposed to be around are other people with the same disease.
Yeah.
Um, However, all the people in Stella's life basically have this disease.
Of course.
It's a little bit more social. Stella's more social than the girl in A Fault in Our Stars. You know, she has like no friends and she just talks to her mom and she's obsessed with America's Next Top Model. The opening scene is Stella hanging out with her friends, and they're like
Mhm.
going on vacation, but Stella just got bronchitis, so she can't go, but she was supposed to go on this
Oh,
trip
that's
with them.
sad.
Like, it's like she kind of does have this normal life, but then when she has to go to the hospital, that's her whole life for a couple months.
Yeah.
It's that kind of a thing. Um, and it seems like everyone else, all the other characters are in that kind of same kind of situation too, which is
Mhm.
good because it's like, okay, these are normal people. It's not just like their illness is their whole life, right? Um, Rico from Hannah Montana is in it. He's Poe. He's
That cracks me up.
he's good in it. He's a little bit more, he's Stella's like best friend since like they're kids. He's gay, but it's like there's a little bit more to him than just he's her gay best friend, you know?
Mhm.
Not too much more, I will say. It's not like fleshed out as much as we generally keep saying that we want to see in like a minority best friend, but
Yeah.
yeah. Um, Here is my big thing in this movie. So, first of all, Will, who is Cole Sprouse, first of all, is just going to play Jughead characters for the rest of his life, I think,
Oh, he's gonna be typecasted
as
literally till he's
Jughead,
like 42.
basically. Because Will is totally, totally a Jughead type character. Like,
Mhm.
just like, I'm different. Like, I don't follow the rules. Like, that kind of shit. Um, which is so funny because Cody from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was the opposite.
Yeah, he was completely the opposite.
So it is just even like the way he walks around in this movie. I'm like, okay, so you're just not Cody anymore at all. You're just Jughead.
Oh.
A little bit, I was like, okay, that's just how he plays Jughead. But now I'm like, maybe that's just how he plays everything. I don't know.
Mhm.
Um, but he kind of, I don't wanna say forces himself on Stella because that's not the right word. But Stella's kind of like, I'm trying to get new lungs. I can't get new lungs if I'm around you. And he's kind of like, it's just life. We're all going to die anyway. Like, you need to live a little. It's not that serious. It's just life. I'm like, here's my thing. That really pissed me off because I was just like, that's fine. You can make those choices about yourself, but don't decide for Stella
Yeah.
that, like, you're going to put her in danger by, like, growing on her. You know what I mean? Like, that to me really bothered me. It would be different, I think, if he had some other disease and she was just like, no, it's not good for you. And he's like, I don't care. She's also like, it's also not good for me. Like, you're
Yeah.
affecting my health. And he was just like, you got to break the rules a little bit. It's just tough. It was just hard to watch that because I was like, but a 15-year-old watching that is like, oh my God, he just instantly loved her so
Yeah.
much. Didn't care about his health. It's like, well, he also didn't care about hers, it turns out.
Yeah. He
Um,
clearly does not.
Yeah, which is tough to say because by the end of the movie, obviously he does and everything. But in the first few scenes, you're like, really? Um,
Yeah.
and then the other thing, did you ever read Handle with Care?
No.
Okay,
I
so
like I literally only read oh actually I can't say only, but I read a lot of John Green though. Like
no,
a lot of the
so Handle with
adult young adult.
Care is Jodi Picoult, who wrote My Sister's Keeper.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Handle with Care
I
is
read
like one
that
of
too.
my favorite books of all time. I love Jodi Picoult, but Handle with Care, the whole thing. Spoiler alert. You know, all the Jodi Picoult books have like a twist at the end. This thing is about um this girl that has like a brittle bone disease. I can't think of the name of it, but
Mhm.
she's supposed to be dead by the time she's like 5 and she's like 9 in the book or something like that. Whole thing is the family goes to Disney and she breaks a bone because she always breaks her bones and they get like they don't have a letter from a doctor or something and they want to sue Disney basically because Disney is like, are you beating your kid? You know, like it's a whole thing. And the lawyer is like, you don't really have a case, but you do have a case against your OB. So the whole, because they should have, your OB should have advised you to terminate the pregnancy when she found out about your, like your disease or something. The mom is best friends with the OB. That's the whole plot
Yeah.
line. It's like the legal drama between whatever. But the twist at the end of the book, the girl dies anyway because she falls through the ice. She's like skating in her backyard
Yeah.
when no one knows she's there. She falls through the ice and dies. So it's like, who cares? Like, you know, it's like that kind of a thing where it's like, shit sucks anyway. Like at the end of My Sister's Keeper, girl who's suing for the right to her own body dies. Like it's that kind of a thing. Um so anyway, At one point in this movie, towards the end, one of the friends has just died. Stella is like, I don't give a shit about anything. Also, they introduce a sister character, but the sister's already dead, even though she
Of
wasn't
course.
sick. It's tough. It's all, there's just too much going on. But they snuck out of the hospital. Now, even though they're supposed to only be 6 feet apart, they're 5 feet apart.
So that's why it's changed to 5 feet apart.
Yeah, because she's like, I'm stealing back this extra foot. She's a YouTuber.
What?
It's tough to watch.
Oof, that's tough. That's
She's a
that's
YouTuber
tough.
about her disease. But they go on this walk and they go on this frozen pond. And Will is like, Stella, get off the ice. And she's like, no, it's fine. It's frozen solid.
Hmm.
And as soon as he gets on the ice with her, the whole time I'm like, fucking get off the ice, get off the ice,
Yeah.
get off the ice. It is like several scenes that they're on the ice, and I'm just like, fucking get off the ice. So at some point they're sitting on the ice and it starts to crack, and they're like, oh, and they get off the ice, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. They were just fucking with me. They just knew
Yeah.
what I was thinking, that I was thinking about handle with care.
Yeah.
They're fucking with me. They weren't fucking with me. Because at some point, one of the two of them falls through the
Jeez.
ice, but like from off of a bridge. These are spoilers, sorry. Um, and falls through the ice. And it's all drama because the other person pulls them out, but they have to give them mouth to mouth. But you can't exchange saliva with the CF. So it's like very risky. It's like, am I going to let this person die or am I going to save their life, but
Yeah.
also possibly threaten their life with the mouth? Like it's very whatever.
Yeah.
I was down with the ending. You know, I'm a sucker for they can't be together, so let's not force them together movies, a la My Best Friend's Wedding.
Yeah.
People get pissed off about that, but
Yeah.
I
People
don't.
are very upset about that.
Best Friend's Wedding, La La Land, put 5 feet apart on that list because
Yeah.
sometimes you
I like
just
that.
can't be together. And you have to
Sometimes you
accept that. You
can.
can't just force people to be together. It's a part of life. Sometimes you have a good relationship. You don't need this whole dramatic breakup for it to like end. Sometimes you could just be like, we can't be together. That's life, people. I don't know
Yeah.
how to tell you that. Sometimes it just happens. There's plenty of people out there who are still friends with their exes because they just realized they weren't good together and shit like
Yeah.
that. Whatever.
And
Or
especially
that
for
they were
them, it's
killing
like
each
too
other, that they
risky.
were
Yeah.
physically killing each other, being around each other.
Yeah.
So
Like they
it's,
couldn't do it.
yeah, I'm sure they
That's
still
tough.
text sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
They still have love for each other. Just they
yeah,
can't be
exactly.
in love.
Exactly. But it was too
Wow.
long. And there was a lot in the middle that they could have cut out, just little
Oh
stupid
yeah,
scenes.
definitely. It
That
actually got a lot of good reviews.
Well, I tricked myself into thinking it was going to be better than it was. And that's because I follow Lily Reinhardt on Twitter. And she was just retweeting a bunch of good stuff about it.
Obviously,
So,
it's her
but I was just
boo.
like, oh my God, I'm seeing so much good stuff about it on Twitter, not realizing my dumb brain, my tiny dumb brain, didn't realize I was seeing good stuff because the lead's girlfriend was retweeting the good stuff. I
Yeah,
was just like, I'm seeing good stuff. And then I went back through. I was like, why did I see so much of that stuff? And it was all just Lily
Lily
Reinhardt
Reinhardt.
retweeting it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, Haley Richardson
oh my
is a
God,
very good actress.
here's the other thing about that. I think she's very talented, and I also think she's very like sneaky pretty. Like you look at a picture of
Yes.
her. I'm not saying sneaky in the way that you're like it creeps up on you. Like you look at a picture of her and you're like, oh, she's pretty, but
Yeah.
you can't really decipher what. Like she's not Instagram model pretty, if that
Hmm.
makes sense, you know. But
No.
here's the thing: she has the same haircut in this movie as a girl that I went to college with, who I physically hate. Like
Oh my God, I
I'm a
hate
little
that.
obsessed with her just because I hate her so
Hmm.
much. Anyone from my school who's listening to this who really knows me knows exactly who I'm talking about. The gangs are tough. It's just like I just physically hate her and I couldn't figure out why this girl in the movie kept pissing me off even though she wasn't doing anything to piss me off. And then I realized I was like, "Oh my God, it's the fucking hair." It just reminds me of this girl that I went to school with who I physically hate. Like I look at a picture of her and I have a physical, visceral reaction. I just physically hate her. I hate her guts. So, yeah. That has nothing to do with Haley, but
That has nothing to do with her. Yeah,
yeah.
she's. Yeah, I've always had like good experiences when watching her. I think she's great. She's like kind of underrated.
What else
Not that
is
many
she
people really
in?
know
I
her.
couldn't really think of what I
Okay,
knew her from.
do you want to hear like okay, so get this. So you know the guy Brett Dyer,
No.
he's in Jane the Virgin and he's now one of the cool teacher in Schooled.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her
He bothers
fiance.
me.
That's her
Oh,
fiance.
that's tough.
Like they've
He
been
just bothers me in schools. I didn't watch Jane the Virgin. The only time
yeah,
I watched Jane the Virgin was when I was visiting my friends in their townhouse, and
yeah.
I was already a little bit drunk usually.
Hmm.
And they'd be like, "We're gonna watch Jane the Virgin," and I'd be like, "Cool, I'm gonna drink, but also just like look at my phone."
Yeah,
So I never watched it.
I watched the first 6 episodes of season 1 and absolutely hated it and just refused to watch anything ever
I mean,
since.
the concept is a little bit out there, no?
Just a little.
Yeah.
Just a little. Getting
Like, let's
accidentally
compare, honestly, let's compare what's more far-fetched from like a literary standpoint. Getting impregnated by God or getting accidentally impregnated at the OB, isn't it that?
yeah,
Right.
when you're a
So it's
virgin,
like
yeah.
they're both a little out there, I have to tell
Just
you.
a little, yeah,
Yeah.
just a teensy
From
bit.
like a literary
Yeah.
standpoint, I'm not commenting on religion or anything like that. I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
they're
Brett
both out
Dyer,
there.
yeah, Brett Dyer and Haley Richardson were on a spin-off for Pretty Little Liars that was Rosewood that only got like 10 episodes. When
Ah,
truly
I
it
mean,
should have had more.
for sure I watched that. It was
Oh, I
Ravenswood,
watched it.
right?
Yeah,
Ravenswood?
Ravenswood, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I watched like 2 episodes, but I did watch
yeah,
it
I
because I
watched
fucking
it.
loved Caleb.
Yeah, I loved
Caleb was my
Caleb.
guy.
And I just realized because like obviously I looked this up, like Haley Richardson has been with her boyfriend for 7 years.
Damn.
From Ravenswood. That's how they met. And Luke Benward, who is How to
Worms.
Eat Fried Worms, and Dumplin was in it too.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that honestly, I think I know tonight's the premiere of Perfectionist, but really the true spinoff was Ravenswood.
I mean, there's not a shot in hell I watch Perfectionists.
Oh, I won't because I think they completely destroyed Elsa De Laurentiis' character. But that's a whole because I watched a lot. Like I said before, like I read a lot of the John Green books, but I read the whole Pretty Little Liars series, so I
Did
kind of had
you?
like that.
I think I read up to the twin.
Oh, like episode. That was like episode. That
That was
was
like
like
3 books in, right? It wasn't that
no,
many.
that's like book 8.
Maybe I read 8
Yeah,
fucking books. Maybe I jumped
because it's
around.
16. It's 16 books. It's like each like
I would be shocked to look back through my mental log of books to find out, which I would love to do, by the way, but
yes,
to find out that I read all 8 Pretty Little Liars books, I'm pretty sure I didn't.
because
So I
that's
don't know what.
it was originally supposed to end after 8. Well, no, I don't
Yeah.
think so. Like she left it off like, yeah, it could end that way, but it really wasn't going to end that way. And it took
Yeah.
her like 2 years to write the other 8.
She wrote another book. It was like The Liars or something.
Yeah.
And they got like 1 episode of a show. I freaking loved that book. I don't know why
Oh,
that didn't get it.
yeah, yeah, that book. I remember that one.
It was
Yeah,
about like a
but
dead girl observing her twin.
oh my God, yes, I do
Yeah,
remember the book.
it
Yeah,
was
wow.
very good. Regardless, I wish that was I like whatever. But um I don't know what we were talking about.
No, well, we now like again, like that's just Cole Sprouse and Haley Richardson, I guess, are too big. Well, I wouldn't say Cole more or less than Haley, like, are two big teen like drama actors at this point. Like Cole Sprouse is always going to get typecast in those type of roles. I'm excited to learn what else he's going to be in that plays exactly like Jughead. Um,
If he's smart, he needs to land a franchise soon. Like pull a Dylan O'Brien
yeah,
here.
yeah, definitely pull a Dylan O'Brien, and then he would sweep everyone. Like, and that would
Right.
do so well for the franchise itself
Because
because
he's gonna have a hard time moving into like adult roles.
oh yeah, for sure.
So if he lands a franchise, he can put that off for a couple years.
Yeah. Because now he's 100% moved away from the twin roles.
I
But
mean, because
I mean, like even like Dylan, he
Dylan,
kind
is he
of
even
does.
trying to act?
No, I
He
mean
has a
yes and
part
no.
in like a movie or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Just like a small role, but like
Right.
obviously definitely moved away from that type of role. But I think you're right. He needs to pick up a franchise to really take off that stereotype and that trope.
I don't even think it will. I just think play into it for a little bit, do the teen thing for a little longer, like Dylan O'Brien. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't moving away from Teen Wolf by doing Maze Runner,
Yeah, he just wanted to do more things.
but it's like just expanding what
Hmm.
you're already doing into like a different realm, you know? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I think that's the move because even like what's her face from The Secret Life of the American Teenager, who did,
Oh, Shailene Woodley.
yeah, she did a franchise, but she also did like this type of like John Green-esque kind of a thing. So
Yeah,
that I think that's his play, but we'll see what happens. I think he takes himself a little too seriously
I think
for
so too.
that. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see
Overall,
what
I think it was a good movie. It was just 15 minutes too long. If you go over 2 hours, you need to be like an action movie that's actually good. That doesn't like I've fallen asleep in the middle of action movies before, but if you can capture my attention, like Avengers, I have no problem if that's a 4 hour movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you have to be like an epic movie to go over 2 hours. Like Titanic, fine. But like if you're giving me because of Winn Dixie or some shit and
Yeah.
it's 2.5 hours, what's the point of that? By the way, some of the trailers that I saw really got me going.
Oh, really?
Um, A Dog's Journey is a sequel to A Dog's
Oh,
Purpose.
that one. I saw the trailer for that. That's
You
teary.
know what? I didn't even see A Dog's Purpose, but I teared
Yeah.
up at the trailer for A Dog's Journey.
Yeah.
This movie about the kid who falls through the ice needs to come out already. It's
Oh, yeah.
approaching a
That needs to come
girl
out.
on the train territory where we were both like, when the fuck is this coming out? Or
When,
slash Bumblebee. That
yeah,
was tough
that,
also.
that was
This
so
movie needs to
tough.
come out already.
Yeah.
Something else too that I was like,
I will never say that about Rocket Man because I've seen that almost, I think, a couple times
let's
every time
talk
I talk
about the
about.
Rocket
I
Man
love
trailer because
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man is coming up. Is
Yeah.
Rob Stark a good guy or a bad guy in that? I have
No,
no
he dated
idea.
her. Like they dated. I'm pretty sure.
Rob Stark, I think, is his manager.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they dated. You
Interesting.
know.
Well, every time I see Rob Stark in the trailer, I get happy. But here's the other thing. I love that actor who's playing Elton John. I love him. He's from
Oh,
like,
I love Taron Egerton. I follow him on Instagram. He's so great.
I don't know if my mom just yelled my name or
No,
Gracie's.
I didn't hear it.
I think it was Gracie's. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, no. He did those spy movies, right? And he did Robin Hood. I loved Robin Hood. We were so I'm excited. I'm very excited to see him and Rob Stark.
Yeah,
Um, I hope it doesn't stink out loud,
me
but
too.
it might. I really just don't think it will because Elton John is still alive. That is the number one reason why I think it might actually be good. Um, the other thing, we had some trailers come out today,
Yeah. Oh, today was a
recently
big day.
anyway,
Well,
because
first of all, Toy Story came out yesterday,
yeah, Toy
which,
Story.
oh, teary-eyed when they started playing God Only Knows. Oh, because I'm pretty sure this is.
I'm a little bit woke on Toy Story.
Oh, really? Why? I think this is gonna be the last one.
I, honest to God, you could say whatever you want. Toy Story 3 is not as good as Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 1.
No, it's not, because those are like the
Yeah,
original ones.
those are the good
Toy
ones.
Story 3 is just it's supposed to hit. Toy Story 3, the producers and the creators of it knew that the people who watched Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2 are older now. They're going through like college, they're going out of high school. So they made it catered to that audience.
To
I
me,
think that's
I
why
get
it's
that.
different.
I totally get the concept of the viewer growing up with Andy,
Hmm.
right? So the
Yeah.
whole concept of like, let's make another one and it'll just be kind of like letting go of it. I was
Mhm.
fine with that. I don't think it's as good of a movie, but I just think that the way it is right now, without Toy Story 4, it's like a circle because it's like the kids who were little watching Toy Story 3, it's like, okay, well, you want more. Now you can be Andy's age watching Toy Story 1. You know what I mean? Like, you can
Yeah.
still do that cycle. It can, like, just
Hmm.
keep going. I just, I don't think, I don't know because ugh, we already did this. We just already did this. This whole
Yeah.
concept of like Woody is exposed to the idea of like maybe I don't just need to be one kid's toy. Like that was what the preschool was, right? But then it was
Yeah.
like let's get back to our kid and all that. I don't know. Like the trailer kind of hit close to like it hit the heartstrings, but when you take a second to be a little bit rational about it, it's like this is dumb.
Yeah. So you want to hear something that I just read below my mind? We're going to backtrack just a little.
I mean, sure.
Um, the manager in Bohemian Rhapsody, that's the same like person as Richard Madden in Rocket Man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I just looked up Read whatever.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So
You need to what?
because I'm like I was listening to what you said and I had the Rocket Man up. So I just like clicked on his character because I knew I was right. Like they were like lovers and whatnot, and he became his first client. And it says between 1975 and 1978, Reed was the manager of the British rock group Queen. I said, maybe was he in the movie? And it says in pop culture. It says Reed was portrayed by Aidan Gillian, aka what's his face, Littlefinger from
Okay,
Game
okay,
of Thrones.
okay. I thought you were gonna mean like the guy who like dated
Oh
Freddie
no no
Mercury.
no
That's what I was like, what?
no.
No, but as soon now that you're saying Littlefinger, I'm like, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
That
I'm good
makes
with that too.
sense.
But how crazy is that? They played by two people in like two big movies in less than a year apart.
These Game of Thrones guys, they're just
Yeah, they're really. Oh my god, that's right. They're both in Game of Thrones. Okay, so funny.
yeah.
Wow.
All right, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we're cool with that.
Um,
Um.
the other things we got, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out, the trailer,
Yeah.
and Stranger Things trailer.
Oh yeah, the strangest thing. We're not kids anymore. I was like, oh.
Good with that. Let's
Yeah.
fucking go, baby. Like I
Summer.
am ready for this.
I'm ready for this.
Like I
I
think
love.
people I was watching it, I was like, are people gonna be upset that they're like not kids? I'm like, no, let's fucking do this. Like, let's go.
I mean, they're like clearly they aren't kids anymore. They've had gone through so much
I mean,
shit. They
what are
don't.
they? They're gonna be like 16, 17.
No, I
In
think they're like 15 or 14.
right. So they're
It's
not 11
not.
anymore. They're still
Yeah, they're
kids.
not. They're still kids. And it's like the summer. So like what people their age or what teenagers do their age. But now it's just gonna have this huge twist to it. And
Dude,
like
I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be a little
I'm
bit like I'm interested in the whole like we're growing up and we're dealing with all this. I'm fucking ready for some more Steve on my computer screen.
same, I
Let's
love Steve.
go.
However, though, that trailer, a little misleading. And that one quick scene,
Why is that
pretty
misleading?
sure he's like bloodied up and gonna die. And
Why
that's
do you
what it
think
looked like.
that?
Because that's what it looked like from the one screenshot that I saw. I was like, I saw the trailer and
I was
then
gonna say
like,
the trailer is he's like working in an ice cream store.
yes, and then there's like this one like quick shot of him like all bloodied and like, well,
Okay, so but I would that doesn't surprise me because last
yeah,
season he was so much more involved in like the fighting of the monsters
yeah,
than in the first season. I'm like ready for I freaking love season. I love Steve. Everyone's
yeah, me
like
too.
once
I
he
love
becomes
Steve.
like Mama Steve, he's good. I kind of liked him in season 1.
Same, me too.
I always like Steve. I'm ready for it. I don't like the weird brother.
Bill, Billy,
I don't know.
Bobby.
Who's the one who Steve's girlfriend leaves him for?
Oh, yeah, I don't like him
That
either.
weird boy. I don't like him.
Yeah, Will's brother.
Yeah, the weird boy. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I
keep
don't like
calling
him
him
either.
that. Um,
No, I don't like him either, and like I don't like
I think he's a little bit of an underrated tool.
he is.
Yeah.
For sure.
I hate that when boys just think they can be tools because they're kind of weird. Dude, you're not allowed to be a tool anytime. If we're shitting
Exactly.
on Steve for being a tool, we're shitting on you for being a
Yeah.
tool, weird boy.
Jonathan Byers.
Weird boy.
Yeah, he's weird boy.
Yeah, the weird boy. Um, does he flat iron his hair?
I guess.
Like his hair is so flat
Yeah.
versus Steve. Like I know they make a big deal about Steve's hair. Steve owns it. Weird boy, I'm pretty sure you flat iron your hair. So what's going on here? Weird boy.
Weird boy.
I
Oh
can't
my
wait.
God.
I cannot wait for Stranger Things to start.
Me too. I
So
it's
I
been
could
a
just have
while.
episodes upon episodes of me calling this kid a weird boy.
Yeah. 'Cause like after like in between like there's Game of Thrones, which ends like the end of May, really. And yeah, neither do I. And then but then you have a whole month because I don't watch Orange is the New Black anymore. And then July
Never
comes and
did.
Stranger Things. Oh, really? You didn't watch it?
No,
It got tiring after a while.
I never watched it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
just
like
didn't.
it's a lot on you.
I think I was like watching Vampire Diaries very religiously at the time.
Yeah, I could see that. That's like a very you.
Dude, last summer I rewatched the Vampire Diaries and the originals, and I'm kind of like, wow, it's been a little bit since I've done that. Like, I'm like, my body is ready to do it again. Like, I always used to make fun of my sister watches Gossip Girl every December.
Yeah, every December for tradition.
Yeah, she really does. She's like, oh, it's December, gotta watch Gossip. She must have, I think she's watched Gossip Girl 10 times. I'm not exaggerating.
Really?
Um,
Wow.
which is
That's
a
a
tough show
lot.
to do that with. Like
That
would
is.
say I probably watched New Girl 15 times, The Office upwards of 20 times. But
Yeah.
it's just like those I go to bed watching those. You know, like
Yeah.
Gossip Girl, to like sit down and watch Gossip Girl 10 times. It's crazy. Every December she watches Gossip Girl. Um,
That's
I
just
always
like
used to be like, that's crazy. Now that I'm like my body's ready to watch Vampire Diaries again, I get she's like, oh, it's time to watch Gossip Girl. It's December,
yeah.
like I get it.
My body's like out. My body's ready to rewatch Parks and Rec again. I think I might do that.
I mean, that's different though, because it's like a
Yeah.
sitcom. You could go to bed
Yeah.
watching that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
By the way, my sister for sure is not going to be able to watch Gossip Girl next December because she's going to have finals for the first time.
that's true. But then she'll have a bigger break
That's true.
than
Maybe
she
she'll
does
go
now.
like, oh, especially if she goes to Delaware, unclear, but like they're home for forever.
They're home from like
Home for
the
so
second week of December
long.
to the first week of February.
They're home for forever. Yeah, so she'll be able to watch Gossip Girl. I take that
Yeah,
back.
she'll be able to watch it, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the only thing really on Netflix cuz I'm like there's not really that much like anything new because now Disney acquired all the rights to Fox Entertainment. So everything on Fox that's on Netflix is now owned by Disney. So that's up in the air if they're going to bring it to Disney Plus. This is just new news.
Wait, so like New Girl?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I care about,
Yeah.
to be clear.
Yeah, cuz I'm I'm behind on the last season of New Girl cuz they don't it's not up on Netflix yet. So I don't know if they will put it
Right.
up on Netflix with
Might be
this
on
whole.
Hulu.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go on Hulu. But I try to watch Broad City on Hulu, and they don't have the new season either. So this is frustrating. Why don't people put the new season on?
My dude, that's tough.
Yeah, it's really
You
tough.
definitely can watch it somewhere though, because I
Oh yeah,
recently watched the last season of New Girl. Um, I
yeah,
fucking love New Girl. Um,
me too.
the other thing we're gonna talk about was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but that movie looks awesome.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what
I
Leonardo
have no
DiCaprio
concept
and
what it's
Brad
about.
Pitt's. I don't know what Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt's role in this is,
Isn't it
but
supposed to be about that Sharon Tate shit?
yeah, it's about how
That's what
Charles
I
Manson.
thought.
Yeah, but I think I really don't know how it all plays out. So
I
I'm
don't
excited.
care.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. I'm
Oh
going to
yeah.
watch the Lizzie McGuire Shannon Tate one, and then I'll get like, oh, this is what happened. It's like the realistic one. Then I'm gonna go over and watch for some reason, we're casting, by the way, Brad Pitt as a stunt double.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, the leading man, my friend.
That's why.
But
But it's probably like,
I know, I get it, but it's like the
yeah,
concept of even in one of these stupid movies of him being a stunt double is insane.
yeah,
Um,
that's
but
crazy. It is truly crazy.
I'm who my thing. If they want to say that Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt also broke into
Yeah,
Shannon with an R or an N?
I thought it was
Is it
Sharon
Shannon
Tate.
or Sharon?
I thought it was Sharon Tate.
Sharon. Okay. If they want to say that those two also broke into Sharon Tate's house and just
Yeah.
fucking murdered
No,
the
I don't
other
think.
intruders with their bare hands, I'm all in for that. Like, I don't care what this movie is about. It looks awesome.
I I have a feeling like they knew like I think they like solve it or something.
That's what I'm well, I just
Yeah.
always think about like Django Unchained.
Well, yeah,
Like,
because it's a Quentin Tarantino.
yeah, when I'm thinking about like what a Quentin Tarantino movie is gonna be, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a regular ass plot line. But then also they're gonna have a ridiculous scene where just everybody fucking dies and goes ape shit. I'm fine with that. Do that with this. I don't care. Like I don't
Yeah.
care.
It's
It
gonna have
looks
his
so
yeah.
good.
It's gonna have his own twist in it. I heard because Quentin Tarantino always does that. Because Sharon Tate is pregnant, but she's not in the movie. So I don't know if that's like whatever. But
I
like
don't
yeah.
know. Whatever, man. I don't care. It
Oh,
looks so good.
Leonardo's his character's neighbor is Sharon Tate.
Oh, all right.
So that makes a lot more sense
All
now.
right, I'm fine with that then. I don't care. I mean, I never cared. I don't care. It looks so good,
Well,
and
no, yeah.
I
Obviously, we're gonna
just
see it, whatever. But just saying.
that is like a masterful thing. And I don't think anyone is like, I don't know what it's about. It looks bad. I think everyone is just like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm here for it. Like
And
it's just one of those things where everyone's just like, I don't know what's going on around me, but I'm on board.
yeah, and the thing is, like, how much of a star-studded cast this is.
Oh yeah.
They didn't even show, like, Luke Perry is actually in this movie.
Woof.
Yeah, he's in this movie. Al Pacino, Dakota Fanning,
My dude, this movie looks
and you would never know
awesome.
that because they really just showed like Charles Manson and Bruce Lee.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here for it. There's
Oh, I'm
nothing more
so
I can
for it.
say. The only other thing I want to talk about just really quick because I thought this was like a movie. I didn't realize this was a streaming thing with episodes coming out weekly, but I did watch the first two episodes of The Act, which is a Hulu thing about Gypsy Rose Blanchard who killed her mom because her mom pretended she had all those diseases.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the Joey King thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very good. It has kind of like a the People versus OJ vibe, where it's like they tell they open up in 2015 after the moms died and like on the crime scene and people being like, what's going on? And like the neighbors like calling the police and stuff like that. And then it flashes back to like 2006. And the whole episode, for the most part, is like the story of when, like 2006, when they first moved into this neighborhood. And then the second episode is a year later, is like 2007. But you also slowly start to get more pieces of what's going on in 2015. There's only two episodes out right now. It looks very good from what I've seen so far. Um, it's very graphic, but not like in the murder sense, in the like what's going on with her body sense. Like, I don't know how to describe it. So, in the first episode, at the end of the one of the things that this mother decides is that her daughter's allergic to sugar. So she freaks the fuck out anytime she's even like near soda or a cupcake and she's like, "You will die. You want to die? That's what you'll do. You'll die."
Jeez.
And she's in a little bit of an awkward situation and Gypsy's holding a cupcake at the same time. So she kind of gets herself out of this awkward situation by like running up to her, swatting the cupcake away, and like hitting her with an EpiPen and being like, "I have to take her to the hospital." Um, yeah. But Gypsy overhears the doctor telling the mom, like, your daughter is not allergic to sugar. You give her Pedialyte every single day. That has so much sugar. Like, she's not
Yeah.
allergic to sugar. Gypsy kind of overhears that. So at the end of the first episode, the last scene is her. She walks into the kitchen, which, by the way, you're so shocked that you're not actually allergic to sugar. Your mom has you in a wheelchair 24/7, but you just walked into the kitchen. You think that's a hint that she's also lying about some other shit? I don't know. But she walks into the kitchen, she gets out a can of whipped cream and her EpiPen. So she's like, whatever, maybe if I'm actually allergic, but here's my EpiPen just in case. And she tries the whipped cream, nothing happens, not dead. She figures out she's not allergic to sugar, right?
Yeah.
For the second episode, it's like a year later. She like every night is just drinking soda right from the bottle, eating candy and all that shit, but she's like sneaking it. And then her teeth start to fall out, which if you know anything about the background, because you know I'm crazy, I always have to look things up when I'm
Yeah.
watching it. Her teeth are falling out because of her epilepsy medication, because she's not epileptic. So all these hormones that are now going into her
This
body
poor
that are
girl.
supposed to treat epilepsy are like making her teeth fall out. I don't know the science behind it. I just know that's what happened. Um, but in her head, she's like, it's because I'm sneaking the sugar.
Mhm.
Um, but while her teeth are falling out, like that's very graphic, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
That is.
the first episode, they straight up show the mom's dead body. I'm like, I didn't even flinch. I'm so desensitized to it. But the concept of this girl like brushing her teeth and then like painfully a tooth falls out of her mouth, I'm like, ugh, that's so gross. Like it's just like that kind of like that. When I say it's graphic, that's what I mean. If that
Yeah.
makes sense, it's like that kind of stuff, and it's hard to watch because this mom is like,
That's terrible though.
there's clearly something wrong with her. She like, I don't know. It's just it's tough to watch, but it's so like, and it's hard to watch in that sense because you're like, oh my god, this is a true story. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, even I was talking to my mom and my sister about it. My mom was like, really? No one said anything? And I'm like, well, you need to like know the context. And like in real life, I think the mom had family that was like her parents were like, why are you putting this girl in a wheelchair? She's fine. So her solution was, oh, I'm moving away from them now. You know, like it was that kind of a
Yeah.
thing. In real life, she would just take her daughter away from basically anyone who called her on it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, and then in the second episode, someone from child services comes to the house
Jesus. Well, they are. That's definitely.
because one like a doctor calls on it and is like, because the whole thing is she's like, oh, I don't have the records that got destroyed in Katrina. They're moving to Missouri because their house got destroyed in Katrina.
Oh God.
Um, and so that's her excuse for everything. But this doctor physically gets on the phone to try and confirm all of these things. Like the things she's talking about are not minor things. She's like, what year did her salivary glands get removed? Like it's like, and she's coming to find out all these things, and then it's like, um, it's, oh, that was the mother's request. This was the mother. Like the mom
Yeah.
straight up just gets all her teeth taken out of her mouth. Like that's the solution. And then it's like so easy to then be like, oh, she just also lost all her teeth. Like she has so many issues. You know, it's like that kind of thing that
Yeah.
she's electing to do. It's just so tough. But when the child services person comes to the house, she drugs her. Like the kid, she sees her coming to the door. She's like, "Oh, I forgot to give you a medication this morning." And she drugs her. So then she's like all groggy, telling. And the other part of it is the mom tells everybody that her 15-year-old daughter has the mind of a 7-year-old. So now she's drugged up, she's all groggy, she's acting younger because she's like
Oh,
high,
this poor girl.
you know? So it's like now that's believable. Like it's just so, oh my God, it's just so tough to watch, but it's enthralling. I'm so mad that it comes out every Wednesday. I'm like,
Oh,
what the
I
fuck?
hate when Hulu does that.
Yeah, I'm like, just give it to me. Just give it to me all at once. This is
Oh, so that would come out
bullshit.
today.
Yeah, the second episode did.
Oh, so you already watched it.
Yeah, I did. Now I have
Okay.
to wait.
That sucks.
I'm mad.
I hated that. I hate that especially because they do that with Handmaid's Tale. They will release like the first two episodes and then like, okay, I
Yeah,
want it.
no, I'm mad about it. So,
Um, I mean, that's upsetting though. Like,
yeah, because it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't, honestly, I don't know how else she would have gotten away from her mom if she didn't murder her.
Yeah.
Like, honest to God, like thinking about it, because I'm like, she straight up, and this also very well may be just dramatized
Hmm.
that the mom never actually said this or implied this or anything, but the mom in the movie straight up says, like, to other people, like, I'll have to take care of her for the rest of her life. Like, she will live with me for the rest of her life. Like, she won't be able to take care of
Oh my
herself.
God.
So it's like, how else would she have gotten out of the situation? I don't
Yeah.
know. Unless she straight up, like, any time they went out in public, was like, I'm fine. She's lying. Like, I don't know what she would have done.
Yeah. I don't know what she would have
Like,
done
I'm not
either.
condoning killing your mother, obviously, but at the same time, I'm like,
But like it's understood.
I think if she failed to get away, like to kill her,
Yeah.
but got away, and they still had all these trials and stuff, I don't think she'd spend the rest of her life in jail. I think the mom would be in jail for a long time, and I think she would be in jail for a long time, but I don't think she would have been put in jail for her entire life, you know? So
Yeah.
it's
Dang.
tough. It's one of those weird situations where it's like, what else could you have done? But at the same time, it's like, no, murder is wrong. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah. I don't know.
I yeah, I can't. I mean, the only thing I watched was Queer Eye, the new season. But like that's like uplifting. So
Yeah.
you went from this woman killed her mother to me being like these five gay men are changing individual lives each episode.
Wow.
Like such a
I've never watched that, actually.
really?
Yeah. It's such a huge show, though. I'm not surprised you're into it.
Yeah, like a lot of people. I think it's such a
No, a lot
like
of
a
people do watch it. I
yeah,
know
it's
that.
like
I'm
a
not
good
saying,
reality. It's
yeah.
a good reality show. I should put that out.
I like trashy reality shows.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Um,
like Emmy. This is an Emmy award winning
yeah, no,
TV
I
series.
like, I'm into the Real Housewives.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. I get
The
that.
only other thing that just reminded me when you said Queer Eye is we got to talk about, just quick, yes or no, do you think that Shane Dawson proposing to his boyfriend is a distraction from the cat fucking thing?
No, because it was the third year anniversary. I think he had it already planned.
Convenient.
I think it's like convenient that that
I think it's
happened,
very convenient.
but I don't think. Well, okay. Here's my other thing. So I follow the Twitter user that like brought out all that stuff. So he's getting a lot of shit because I guess I agree in the sense that I hate when the whole concept of like the cancel culture people are, like pointing fingers when like none of them are like what makes you so holier than thou type of aspect because
It's
he's
Olivia.
no, it's a lot. No, I'm not defending Shane Dawson every
I was gonna say, like,
I'm
I
just
get that. I get when it's like a tweet from when you're 12 years old. I do agree with
yeah,
that.
I do agree with that. But the same
But
guy like literally tweeted like 2 weeks ago about like fat people. So it's like, all right. But
I'm not, yeah, I'm not,
exactly.
but
So I'm not saying that, but at the same time, like I've watched Shane Dawson. I like more frequently now than I have when I was younger. So he used to put out like outrageous stuff before, but like I never saw that footage when him talking about the whole cat. I was like, that's disgusting.
no, but
It was
here's
his
the thing,
humor, but
Liv.
that's disgusting.
Liv,
But
this is not his worst old thing, though. Like,
yeah,
the pedophile thing, I think, is a lot worse.
yeah. Well, that came out last year.
I know, but I think that should have come re-out instead of this
Yeah,
cat thing. Like, the
yeah,
cat thing, no one fucking thinks he actually fucked his cat.
yeah.
Like, everyone's like, if you have to say you didn't fuck your cat, maybe you did. Like, that's just
No, you
the
clearly didn't.
pedophile thing. I'm like, just put him
Yeah,
in jail. I think he is
yeah,
prone to pedophilia. Like, it's like that kind of,
yeah,
like, if you're making the, like,
yeah. Or
damn.
he had like, I think at the same time though, like he was trying to be funny, and that wasn't funny at all.
No, it
Like it was
wasn't funny
disgusting.
at all. I'm like, to me, then I'm just like, you're just not funny.
Yeah, no, like that. He's clearly not funny. He used a lot of, but then again, like if you looked at all his jokes, like it was a lot of dark humor, like back then. But now he's completely different. But I
I'm
mean, at the
on
same time,
board
he
with
should be
dark
held.
humor, but
Yeah,
like,
there were just some things I was kind of shocked he ever said, like publicly.
right.
Like that's
So
just like
I don't
just
know.
that. But
Opera
I think he was going to
propose.
propose anyways, so I think that was just it. But
you see
there
the
was
tweet that was like, why you on both knees though?
why on both knees. That was so
That really
funny.
bothered me. As you said, I was like, it looked like he was praying. Like he's on
Yeah.
both knees and holding a ring up. It looked like he was like praying. Like it just that was tough.
No, it
Don't get
was.
on both knees.
Yeah.
One knee. One knee.
Yeah. But I was that whole thing when the whole news came out. There was also like underlying news about this other well, he's not a YouTuber, but he's like a celebrity tattoo artist who was
Oh, I
sent
don't care about
he
that.
was sending nude pictures to 14-year-old girls like for the past 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that, but I also don't
That's
care
not
about it.
that's not good. We don't like to think about that, but he's
Yeah.
getting exposed. Shane Dawson, that's just disgusting. But he did get engaged. So
Shout out to him.
shout out to him. Um,
Let's wrap up.
yeah, we have next episode is the Riverdale episode, and we are very excited. The promos came out. Um, yeah, so catch that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.